Next, we have a presentation from Elevate Uranium with the ticker code EL8, which recently changed its company name from Marinika Energy. To tell us more about Elevate's Namibian and Australian uranium projects, today we are joined by Managing Director Murray Hill.
Good morning, Jane. How are you?
Very well. Thanks for coming back.
Thanks, Jane. That's what a fantastic time to be involved in the uranium industry. If you could just go to the next slide. The decarbonisation, electrification continue to be developed globally, and decarbonisation can only occur with a carbon-free energy source such as nuclear. And you don't want to charge your battery with high carbon energy sources. So we really need nuclear power in that respect. And we want the power to work. We want the power when we want it, not when it's available. So we need a reliable baseload power, and that's what nuclear provides. So the thing about the uranium supply demand at the moment is that demand continues to increase, but supply has diminished. And that's diminished because of low uranium prices over time, but also the COVID impact last year with the Kazakhstan mines reducing production by somewhere in the order of 20%, and the world's largest uranium mine in Canada closing down on going to care and maintenance. So we really don't have a sustainable industry. Nuclear industry if the uranium price stays where it is. So the only one way for the uranium price to go, and that's up. And so what we've been doing, we realized that this was going to occur, that there was going to be a supply shortage. So we started working on a strategy about 3 years ago, a counter-cyclical strategy to acquire projects and tenements that meet a defined criteria, and also to explore on this large strategic tenement position we've developed. And what we were looking for, and that defined criteria, was that the application of our patented upgrade uranium beneficiation process could add value to these assets. So that's what the strategy was developed on. Now we've been delivering on that strategy. We've picked up 48.5 million pound of high grade assets in Australia. We've got the largest land position for nuclear fuels in Namibia, a strategic tenement position, and we're successfully exploring on those. And we're demonstrating how upgrade can add value. So we're really delivering on that strategy as we plan to. So in Namibia, it's a world-class uranium province, the fourth largest uranium province in the world. It's very supportive government. The nuclear industry has been there, or uranium industry has been there for a very long time. Rising have been operating since 1976 on a continuous basis. So it's a very well-established uranium industry. We've got the 61 million pound Marinika resource up in the north of the Erongo region. What we've done with upgrades, we've increased the grade by over 50 times to 5,000 ppm prior to leaching. So that's a huge increase in grade. And our target mineralisation is what Marinika is. It's a paleo channel style deposit. These are formed by leaching uranium in millions of years ago from the highlands out to the east and flowing towards the coast in old river systems or paleo channels. So these are generally, the uranium precipitated in these generally about 20 metres deep at most. So they're nice and shallow, which makes for low-cost mining and development. So we are, as I said before, we are the largest landholder for nuclear fuels. We're focused on 3 areas in the country. If you can go to the next slide, Jane. Due to the shortness of time today, that Jane's given me 10 minutes, what a great story to tell. I'd love to tell you it for 30 minutes, but we'll just talk about the Namibia at the moment. We've put together this contiguous land package, which we've been exploring on. We commenced our exploration efforts at Copies, a new discovery there, which is sitting ready for us to go and drill out for a resource. We've gone and discovered the Herobeb project. That's got a paleo channel system longer than the width of the English Channel, so it's a huge system. And then we've just also discovered this paleo channel system at Namib 4. So what we're currently doing is we're doing an airborne EM. We're eagerly awaiting the results of the airborne electromagnetics, EM means, and that'll identify where the paleo channels are. So we're looking forward to that result somewhere in terms of this month. We can then plan drill programs around it. We've booked a driller for September for continuous drilling through the end of the year, hopefully, because drillers are a little bit in short supply at the moment. But we selected this province because it was a province that there's plus 230 million pound there. We've gone upstream of these known deposits because the uranium's had to flow through our tenements to get there. So it's quite exciting exploration, high blue sky potential for us. So it's a good position we're in. And then the Australian project. So we picked these up for a song. We paid 4 cents per pound in the ground. And I want to take you back to when I was consulting to Extract Resources on the Husab project in Namibia in 2012, they sold that project for $4.50 per pound in the ground. Now, I'm not suggesting we're another Husab or have another Husab or another extract, but I can tell you that 4 cents a pound is extremely cheap. So we've picked these assets up through a file sale that Paladin had, sold it to a private company. We picked it up off them. So there's a huge amount of blue sky potential in these assets, certainly from a pure price perspective in terms of uranium price movement, but also in what we can do in value add. So just go to the next slide, Jane. We'll talk about the upgrade process. It really is, and we've talked about Namibia, we talked about Australia. We've got some pretty good assets in both countries. We're geographically diverse, and the icing on the cake for us is the upgrade process. It's a process that rejects greater than 95% of the mass prior to leaching. We've demonstrated on the upgrade, upgrade on Maranika that we can increase the grade from around the 93 ppm to 5,000 ppm prior to leaching. We reject acid consumers, which thereby reduces the acid consumption. And an example of what we've done in Australia, the Angela deposit, the impediment to that being developed years ago by previous owners was a high acid consumption, somewhere in the order of 100 to 120 kilos per tonne. Through our application of upgrade, we reduced that acid consumption to 24 kilos per tonne. That's an 80% reduction in acid consumption. So a huge cost reduction for the project, and just a demonstration of what we can do on assets. So, and it's a 100% owned process. So what it does, the benefits of upgrade is the reduction in CapEx and OpEx, and also it provides optionality for project development. So optionality, what I mean by we can either produce yellow cake on site through leaching and refining the upgrade concentrate, or we can truck the upgrade concentrate off site to a third party and they can leach and refine it. So we don't need to build the leach tailings dam refineries, hence our CapEx comes down even further, and it's a faster path to development. And we can develop projects at a smaller or lower grade than our peers. So it really adds significantly to us. And the other aspect of it is, because we remove the acid consumers for calcite prior to leaching, we can throw that calcite back into the leach tail, completely neutralize the acid in the tailings, and make it an inert product. So environmentally friendly outcome. So there's a lot of benefits of upgrade, cost-based, environmental. It's a fantastic process that we've got that nobody else has. So next slide, please. And then, so from a corporate snapshot point of view, we're a small, nimble board. We've got a small number of shares on issue. We've got cash in the bank. We've got no debt. Great position to be in. We've got enough cash to the end of next year for our exploration efforts. So it's really exciting times for us. So, and we're starting to see a realization from investors that uranium is a great sector to be in. So we've had a bit of a price movement upwards. So next slide, please, Jane. And just to summarize what we've got this fantastic position, nuclear fuel position in tenements in Namibia, the largest in the country. We're actively exploring on it, and we're getting successful exploration results. We've got the 61 million pound Maranika uranium project in the country. We've gone and picked up these assets in Australia, the 48 million pound, which we're already demonstrating we can add value to those through application of upgrade. And what upgrade brings to the company is enormous in terms of reduction of capital and operating costs, and gives us an advantage compared to our peers. We've got an experienced team, technical expertise on the champion of the upgrade process. We've got plenty of uranium experience, so we know what we're talking about. And what a great time to be involved in the uranium industry. It's a reliable baseload, carbon-free nuclear that everybody needs. The world's realizing we need it. So I look forward to what the future brings for us. And thank you, Jane, for the opportunity of talking.
Thanks for the presentation, Murray. We've got a question for you. So with significant news flow over the next 6 months from EM studies in Namibia, can you please provide more detailed timeline on these results?
So we're expecting those this month, the EM results, just being analysed now. And from that, we'll plan our drill programs through those Namibian tenements. So as I said in the presentation, we've got a driller booked for September. We're hoping we can engage him through the rest of the year through all those tenements and drilling on the paleo channels we've identified by EM.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for joining us again today, Murray.
No worries. My pleasure. Thanks, Jane.